Today, I'm joined by Benita Rouse, linebacker for the DC Divas, and a true testament to grit, growth, and resilience. Benita tried out for the Divas in 2016 but didn't make the team. Undeterred, she joined the Washington Prodigy, where she quickly made her mark, earning Rookie of the Year, D-Line MVP, and being named an All-Star from every season from 2016 to 2020. In 2021, she tried out for the Divas again, and this time she made the roster. But the road wasn't easy. Competing against younger, high-level athletes challenged her mentally and physically, but Bonita rose to the occasion, pushing herself beyond her limits. Now, beyond football, Bonita's story runs even deeper. She's a survivor of domestic violence, a mother, and a woman who has fought to reclaim her identity and power after years of personal hardship. Every obstacle that she's faced has fueled her strength on and off the field. Bonita is more than an athlete. She's a warrior, a role model, and a story of rising through adversity. Welcome to Aging with Purpose, Bonita.
Thank you for having me.
So the DC Divas, they have a strong legacy in women's football. What does it mean to you to personally wear that jersey and to represent the team today?
The jersey is it's clothing because the DC Divas are family. They're not, I don't look at it like a team or organization. It's a family. At any time, any situation, even when things are going good, we can rely on our sisters and coaches and owners.
Okay. Now, I'm relatively new to the area. I think I've been here 7 years this summer, so I've never heard of DC Divas. Can you tell us more about how long they've been around? Who were they founded by, the owner?
So originally the DC Divas started around 2000 because this is our 25th year anniversary. Leah and Kelly George were the original founders of the DC Divas. And in 2000, around 2019, 2020, ownership switched to Rich Daniels.
Okay.
And that's where we've been.
Awesome. And where would someone, if they're interested in watching you guys play, where do you play locally? Do you travel within the DVM area, MV area? How does that work?
we travel all along the East Coast, West Coast. We travel. We're travelers. We if they want it and interested in any and everything we do, it's www.dcdivas.com.
Okay.
That you go on that website, it'll teach you all about the Divas. When we started, our history, our games, our Hall of Fame players, everything is on our website. Our sponsors, everybody that backs the DC Divas to be who they are today.
Now, I'm curious, how many teams are there? Is it primarily the East Coast or nationwide? There's other.
It's worldwide. It's worldwide. Because you have it's worldwide because you have the WFA, you got the WNFC, you have so many different leagues. However, ours is worldwide. We have players that come to us that are foreign players. We actually have 3 on the team now. We had some last year. Yeah, we get that every year, and we participate in all programs. Flag, the WFA participates in flag program. But the road for the DC Divas is Canton because that's the championship.
Okay. Learn something new every day. Okay, so let's get to you, a little bit of your history. After you finally made the Divas roster in 2022, you mentioned facing new challenges playing alongside younger and highly skilled athletes. How did that experience push you to grow mentally and physically?
So honestly, the first year that I came on still on the high from when I was with Prodigy. So when I came on, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was holding my head high. Yeah, I got the experience. I got this. I got that. Well, I didn't. Okay. So it took it wasn't until honestly the end of the season that I had to take a look in the mirror and realize, no, you don't got it. You don't. So now you have to do one or two things. You either have to walk away or you have to step up to the challenge, which these young girls out here ain't getting no baby. So, I had to step up to the challenge. And instead of going to the gym twice a week, I ended up going to the gym 4 days a week and in the gym. So now, I can come back and I can do this and I can do that. And another obstacle here. Guess what that was? I never in my life, I played sports all my life, basketball, football, baseball, all my life. I was never taught how to study. I used to think, right? I could just look at a video and I would be fine. No, one thing that I learned about me being with the Divas is I needed to know the why. I needed to know why you want me to run 5 yards and go in. Tell me the why so that I can understand and comprehend and do better at it. And the coaches on the Diva did just that. They gave me a whole year of studying plays, not just defense, because I'm a defensive player, offense and defense. So now when I step on the field, it's not, Bonita, you're a linebacker, drop back 5. No, it's why you dropping back down 5. And after you drop that 5, you look this way, you look that way, and go get work. So I was one of the ones that played on the X, but it took a year of me becoming knowledgeable of the plays, not just walking in like my name Joe Namath, but you gotta, so the coaches on the Divas and the Divas period, the owner, he saw something in me and he extended that extra help that I needed, that I didn't know I needed until I needed it.
Okay. You know what? That represents what aging with purpose is all about. It's like, it doesn't matter where you are in life, how old you are. There's always something to learn. There's another area that you can push yourself in. You did that while working with younger folks.
Yes. Trying to keep up with them on the field.
What advice would you give women, whether it's in sports, relationships, life in general? What advice would you give them to overcome hardships, personal hardships from, trauma, domestic violence, etc.? They're trying to fight to reclaim that.
You know what I would tell them? The past is just there. Leave it there. Tell your story. Look in the mirror, look at you, and if you don't have a story to tell, you start creating it right then and there. As of this day, I want to be here. I want to do this. Put it into the atmosphere. You can do anything. Anything. It's nothing out here that a woman can't achieve. It's nothing. Think about the presidency. It's nothing. There's no barriers. We can do whatever we put our minds to. But we also have to put our mind, heart, body, and soul into it if we really believe it.
Okay.
So the little girl that's running next to me, that I feel like I can catch her, by the end of the year, if I can catch you, I've achieved my goal.
Okay. So do you find that other teammates, like who are older, you guys have similar like life-changing or life, and things that have impacted their lives that led them to be on the team?
So yes, but to be honest with you, I'm the oldest on the team.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so it's that's playing, oldest that's playing on the team. So it's pretty much I become like a mentor, knowledge-wise. And they actually, whether they realize it or not, they're pouring into me as well. So I'm providing them with knowledge of everyday situations, work, life, home life, everyday situations. I'm helping them and they're definitely helping me grow. It is, to me, it's like a rose growing through cracks. It wasn't supposed to be there, but it is. And it's doing it.
So I love that because I think a lot of young people don't realize that life isn't going to always go the way you want it to.
And this is the thing that's funny, right? I had never been denied anything a day in my life. So when I got denied the Divas, it became a personal. I was like, okay, you know what? We got to fix this. My mother, she never said no to me. probably why I am the way I am today, right? But she never said no. So when I heard no from the Divas, I was like, that is a foreign word. Let's do it. And I got on top of it and I started persevering. And I felt like when I was with Prodigy, I achieved everything. But let me tell you this, when I got to the Divas, it was a whole different level of football. Mm. So the goals that I achieved when I was with Prodigy was entry level with the Divas. Mm-hmm. So that's why it was like the first year I had to do a lot of soul searching for myself, right? To say, do I really belong here? Did I really, am I really built for this? Okay. And I am.
Okay. Well, is this a part-time career or a full-time career? How does that work? Seasonal?
Oh, it's seasonal.
From
April to July.
Okay.
So however, the constant practices and getting better, that's year round.
Okay.
So being a diva is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
So what type of careers do most of you guys have in order to be able to juggle that and not get fired during the season?
So most of us, right, we've been divas for a long time, or we've been athletes for a long time, right? So our jobs pretty much know. So my job, for instance, I've been working at DC government for 20 years. So they know, okay, from April to here, Bonita's come in early so she can leave early, or she comes in late so she can stay late. My supervisor, everybody pretty much knows my schedule, but we build our schedules around football. Wow. Like I remember when I first started football, I started because I didn't have any leave. You're young, you come into government, you don't have leave. My supervisor, Roberta Hood, I will never forget. I said, look, I really want to play football, but I don't have the leave. You know what she told me? Come in on Saturday. Don't worry about it. You just come in on a Saturday or off Saturday. That'll be your day. So I'll give you that day. And I had so much respect for that lady then. So I couldn't let anybody down because everybody was cheering for me. So, but a lot of people, we have firefighters, we have police officers, we have contractors, we have sheriffs. We have all different array of people that work with us. Oh my goodness. I was talking to one person because I was thinking about buying a house. She's a realtor. I was like, wow, you ain't got to go nowhere.
That's pretty awesome. And the support. Have you received any feedback from DC Diva fans? Like what are some of the things that you've heard?
Yes. So for one, right, the main thing that I've ever heard, and they were like, what position you play? So it was people that, I would give them our cards at games. So they come back out. They was like, number 44, you play linebacker? You too small to play linebacker. Okay, well, come out and watch it and let's see how it goes. So that's how we get reoccurring. Actually, I had a fan that was a fan when I was with Prodigy that followed me over to the Divas. Mm-hmm. And my gosh, they bought like 4 jerseys already. I might want to look into that though. But they're showing support, like to buy season passes. Some of them donate, and it's all love. It's all love. And I try to give back to them. Like we have off season where we go to the kids' schools. We go to the different recs. We show our gratitude by, supporting. But the young women that's coming up, I'm going to tell you, man, we've seen so many. We have this one, Nevaeh. She's like in the 8th grade.
Wow.
That girl, we was at flag practice, and I had to use an asthma pump to try to catch her. Okay. But she's good, and she's up and coming, and she says she wants to play contact when she get older. Right now, she's playing flag, but she wants to play contact.
It's women's football part of the Olympics, or do you think it's going to get there if it isn't right now?
So I think they let us in by letting us in with flag. Do I believe women's contact football will ever make the Olympics? I pray that my kid of my kid and my kid will eventually, because I'm hoping that all of this that I'm doing is not for naught, right? So you try to pave the way. I hope that one day we'll get as much support and respect as the NFL. as well as now you got to look at it now. So it's happening. It's just not happening as fast as I would want it to, right? They have flag in high schools now.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And in the Olympics, we have a Hall of Famer that's in the Olympics, Ashley Wizenot. She plays on the USA Olympic flag team. She was a diva. So, and a lot of our divas are gone off to be, oh my goodness, Callie Brown. She's a coach for an NFL team. So a lot of our divas, yes.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, if you were to name, I would just say the 3 main benefits that you've gotten for being part of Divas. 1 to 3 things. What would that be?
Support, love, and I'm going to say this, but and fulfillment.
Oh, wow.
That playing with the divas has filled a void that I didn't know I had in me, but it was there. And playing with the divas I feel like it's made me whole. Because now I do belong somewhere. I do belong, not, outside of the norm, right? What you go through life. When they say life be lifing, outside of that, I can sit down and I can unwind and I can go to practice. And guess what? I can hit somebody and not go to jail.
That's funny.
So, they do. They give me peace of mind. Peace. They give me peace. I was upset when, and I love my family. My daughter said, "Mom, can I go to practice with you?" No. No. But yeah, the divas are my peace. They're my peace.
Awesome. So how can our audience members who want to check out DC Divas, how can they find out more? I know you mentioned it before, and remind them when the season is, some of the cities that you play in, and also they want to find out more information about you, if you got a book coming out about your life, all that other stuff.
So if anything, so my TikTok, Benita Rouse, my Facebook, Benita Rouse, my Instagram, Bonita Rouse, right? And I have all of my football on every single page because, again, football is my life. If you want to follow me on the DC Divas, again, it's www.dcdivas.com. You can also find about, right? Because on the DC Diva page, they have about. So if you click on a player, you can find out about that player. And you can always, my pages on all of my social media is open. It's not private. I live an open book, right? And the book thing, right? I was just talking about maybe, I might get into that. That may be something coming along. It'll be after the season, of course, but there might be a book coming.
Yeah, I mean, the DC Diva store can be a place where your book is posted.
Yeah.
That it's an inspiration to the upcoming DC Divas down the line.
And and to me, right, as far as the book, and I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody, right? Financially, I'm fine. I would actually do it as a scholarship to go towards the next generation. A percentage go towards the next generation. Because it was I've been blessed to be able to also fund my football, but everybody isn't. So, a certain percentage of the book can go towards scholarships for the up and coming.
We love that. Bonita, thank you so much. Thank you for being an inspiration. I'm going to have to talk to my now husband about catching a football game.
There it is.
I've been to a women's basketball game before in LA, but I've never even known that there was women's football. So I'm going to have to put that on my list. I'm going to reach out to Rich and make that happen.
There it is. And you can. You'll get the VIP treatment.
Ooh.
VIP treatment.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking we'll just buy a little ticket.
Nope, I'll support the VIP treatment. Got you. I got you.
We'll take it. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. This is really exciting. So, ladies out there, go find a football game near you. Support ourselves so that, just opening more doors, more avenues. Bonita, I'm projecting coach in the future. When that day comes, you probably can't play anymore. You got all the knowledge and wisdom. So just opening more doors, more avenues for us to just do the things that we do. Because as women, we know that we're great in anything that we put our mind to. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.